Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, where we have a small problem. In fact, we have a few problems. However, I've done a few things, so let's go start with that, shall we? Over here, I have changed up some things here. It was mentioned in the comments of the last episode. Thank you very much to those who commented. The ratio of foresters to woodcutters was way off, way off, and it was absolutely off. I thought it was a 4-to-1, as in you have 4 woodcutters to 1 forester, but apparently it's 6-to-1, and that is working fine here. As they chop down 6 trees, you can. It takes a lot longer to chop down a tree than just to plant a tree. So yeah, it's apparently 6-to-1. So we have instead now 3 foresters with 6 lumberjacks around each side of them. Some of these cannot reach every corner, which is fine, but every area is covered by at least 1 lumberjack, if not generally 3. So we've got that. I've also put in 2 hauling posts in the centre to try and get things moved around a bit faster, because we need them, basically. So that's better now. That's better now. All our trees are grown. We are full on pine resin. We are full on chestnuts. I should probably use the chestnuts, actually. That would make sense. And we're getting full on maple syrup here. This is a weird thing, however. The maple syrup wasn't working. This guy had filled up to completely full, and then he just stopped, and I couldn't figure out what was happening. So I put some haulers in, and then the haulers came and picked up the maple syrup and put it in here, and then he carried on working. He didn't want to put the maple syrup into this on his own, which was weird. However, I reloaded the game, and he now does. So don't know what happened there. But now, if the shack is full, he will go and grab some, and then come back and then pick up. I think he only picks up like 6 from here, and then drops it in here, and then goes off and does some more. And then haulers in time will come and empty it anyway. So that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Okay, we have some metal smelters here, and I made a mistake. Hence why this is here. In order to build these, we had to build the platforms. The platforms require metal blocks. We did not have any metal blocks because they were all used. For some bizarre reason, they were delivered to this one. Even though this is the lowest priority, this nearly got built. It's really, I don't know why this one factory got built when these were up here to be built. I don't know why they chose to put them there. I can only guess that maybe these platforms weren't built and they were like, hey, I've got some metal blocks, what do I do with them? So I had to pause all these, so none of these are running here. But I did have to put in another smelter to smelt some metal to get this going here, so that's fine. And now we are running low on scrap, so we need to reopen the mine. So let's do that. There you go. Okay. We now have 9 jobs somewhere that aren't being used. I think that's mostly going to be our builders. Yeah, they're the lowest priority. So, oh, and the observatory, which is fine. However, we have a lot of injured beavers. We've got 8 injured beavers, so we need to deal with those because they are causing problems, and we're going to get even more injuries from these, and as these get built we're going to get more and more injuries, so we need to deal with them, and that involves medical beds. So let's put in some medical beds, and also maybe just as a temporary solution we'll get some dandelions and we'll make some medicine as well, because I very rarely do that. It speeds up the process. I want to say like halves the amount of time they need in a bed to recover. Might be quicker than that though. I'm not too sure. Not too sure. We will have to find out. Also, never did this. Let's do this as well. That should not be there. Oh. Hello, hello. What's happened here? Why? Oh, that's the. Oh. Oh. What am I doing? No. No. What? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't know whether half these people can even get out of their house now. I need to put in a platform here with a road on it so they can get access to their houses. Oops. That's fine. Boop, and boop. And then like that. Yeah, that does not need to have a road on it. And I need to super prioritize these. Because I don't think these can get out of their houses now. could you come and super build this? This is the very, very, very important one. Drop those down to that one. Build that. Because, yeah, I think some of these beavers in these houses, it's not connected to a district, so everyone left. But I think there might be some that are, well, they're not stuck because Unstuckify would have moved them. They would have been stuck in there, but I think Unstuckify probably moved them. So, yeah. Okay, so come and build that, please, because that's important. We need that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so there was only ever to be able to get into these houses via this side for a long time. So, and we're doing this because I want to move the water thing. So, and they don't have any water now. So I very, very, very much need you to come and build that, please. Do we still have some beavers? We do have beavers in here. That's cool. So at least they can come. Yeah. Right. Okay. So medical beds. Medical beds. We have to unlock them, which we have the science for. So that's not a problem. But they just go down. I'll put loads here. Again, this whole district is going to get rebuilt, so this whole cell is going to get rebuilt. So, and beavers that go to a medical bed will heal over time. So if you've got an injury here, but this is slowly ticking down. I don't know how long it takes to tick down. I have no idea, but they won't work if they've got any injury. Which is a little daft, if I'm honest with you. I feel like this bar here should be up a little bit. And maybe they should have it so that certain things injure in different levels. So you have the bar, you know, so if they've got a minor injury, they can still go into work. Like a bee sting's a minor injury, they'll go into work, that's fine. Maybe they might have dropped a hammer on their foot. And obviously then maybe they can't go into work, or maybe they hit their thumb with a hammer and you could still go back to work with a bruised thumb. So, you know, that sort of thing. Do beavers have thumbs? You've got your arm stick. This is something else that I've never really paid attention to. But if we zoom in on this beaver here, in fact, let me bring up this console here and we will move the clip plane nearer. Oop. So we can zoom in on our beaver friend here. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. You've got your arm nestling. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, beavers have thumbs. Okay. I don't know beavers have yeah, that sort of thing. I feel like that would be, you know, it should be. They can take a little injury. Like he's injured, so he would not be working. This guy's like, well, maybe you could go back to work. You got like a bruised hand, you could go back to work. It's fun. So, yeah, and have more serious injuries that could happen there, and maybe even beavers could die from their injuries. Who knows? But these do tick down over time. They get better over time. And then when you go to a medical bed, it speeds up how quickly they get healed. I don't know the numbers. I don't know whether it's double. You know, where it's double as fast to repair that, or whether it's half as fast. Why is this not connected to? Oh, because the or whether it's a half. I don't know if it just adds like 10% speed to it or adds 100% to it. I don't know. But then if you add medicine to it, it uses 0.3 an hour, so one medicine lost just over 3 hours, and they get healed a lot quicker. So, yeah. Unfortunately, there's no real way for me to test this to find out. Let me again bring up the development console. I don't use this to actually cheat with the game. I don't use it. I use this for the camera stuff to do that, and I turn off the Skyfog. I've explained this so many times in episodes, but just for anyone in it, I play the game legitimately. I don't cheat with it at all. But it does, when you have the development console up, it does give you some information that you don't normally get. So when you click a beaver, you get these things here. You get loads. You get these here, but you get these. You can edit things and change things to beavers, and you can do sorts of stuff to them. So what we could do is we could purposely injure a beaver and then find out if I can injure a beaver. Oh, edit. Oh, yeah, if I edit, yes, you get plus and minuses here. So we could purposely injure a beaver and find out how long it takes for him to get healed. So I will experiment with that. Not in this game. Not in this game. I will do that as experimentation on the side, and we'll see how that works. So, but we can do that. We can do testing. We can find out how long it takes for beaver to recover from injury, and then how long it takes to recover with a bed, and how long it takes to recover from a bed with medicine, and I can figure that out. And I'll do that. I won't do that in this episode. We will just assume that medicine makes them better faster, so we will go with medicine makes them better faster, and that'll do it. Okay, so let's also unlock the medicine healer. The healer. Well, there you go. The healer requires dandelions, water, and logs to make medicine. We can slap you down, let's just say here. And we need to put dandelions down. Now, I'm going to need, ironically, a forester that I got rid of. You'll also notice there's potatoes here. We did run out of potatoes. We actually ran out of potatoes full stop, so I put some more in just to cover. Should really put some grills in to get some chestnuts going. Let's do that as well. Food. Good. Get 2 in here? No, I can't. I'll get 2 in if I did this. So we'll do 1, 2. You're going to be for grilled chestnuts. You're going to be for grilled chestnuts. Okay. So, forester. Put that forester. And foresters can plant dandelions. Now I need the forester basically to put down and then to plant dandelions, and then I don't. I mean I get it. I kind of get it. I don't know why farms can't put down dandelions, or I don't know. I kind of get why they're here. The blueberries and dandelions, they add to that because blueberries and dandelions are trees. I don't know. I don't know. So let's just say put down some dandelions there. There we go. And we need to gather a flag in order to gather the thing. This is usually why I don't do this sort of thing. Now, granted, the forester only needs to put them down and then we can get rid of the forester because they don't get eaten like trees. They don't get harvested like trees. They just get harvested and they regrow. So it's the same as chestnuts or maple or whatever. Once their fruit is harvested, they harvest the fruit, which is dandelion leaves or petals or whatever it is, and then they regrow. So you don't need a forester to constantly replant them. So that's fine. But it requires a forester to start with, it requires a healer, and it requires a gatherer flag. So I don't normally deal with it, but I kind of want to because we've got lots of injuries and I want to get stuff going. I could just put down houses and get even more beavers, but I'm a little concerned that we wouldn't have enough food to compensate for that. So we'll do this. Also building this out here, slowly but surely building this out here. I built the 2 corner pieces already. I did them first. I'm also, when it comes to this section here, this is the first one that gets put in, so this one should get built first before these. If we look at the district, you see here, it clearly shows they cannot build this because they have to get to the center tile. They have to get to the center tile. That is the anchor point for it. They have to get to the center tile. However, for some weird reason, they can build that if there isn't something next to it. If that one was built first, this would become inaccessible, it would become too far away. But if this one's built first, it does work. So I'm guessing they can walk into like this here and lean into it and it works. But if this is here, they can't lean from this tile diagonally to it. So that's weird. When they can build diagonally. So I don't know. It's a weird quirk of it being a larger building. I don't know why it works that way, but it just does. I kind of assume it works the same for like farms and stuff like that as well. If I was to put one at a certain place and put 2 farms next to each other, one would get built, the other wouldn't. So yeah, it's a little odd like that. I'm just not quite sure on the fundamentals of it. So like there's out of range, there's in range, so that's absolutely fine. But because of the way this is coming in from 2 different angles, so yeah, so if I built on there, then it would be able to build it. But if I put a farm here and built that farm first, that one might not be buildable because of just how it was. I don't know. It's a little thing I've only just noticed happened with this. I've only just noticed. I don't know. It's more random testing stuff I need to do. I don't know. And speaking of testing as well, I watched a few videos on water flow, just trying to figure out if I could figure out actually to know solidly how the water's going to work. And unfortunately, most of the videos are old, so they don't take into account that stuff has changed. Like so many videos tell you that things in the water don't block them. Now, platforms and ladders and stuff in the water and stairs and things, they don't block the water flow at all. They're fine. However, water wheels now do. They didn't previously, but they do. What used to happen is the water level used to drop under a water wheel, but the flow would stay the same. Now they are affected completely by the flow. So here you see we have 3 CMS, but here we only have 2.4. So these wheels are affecting the flow, the speed of the water. So they do now affect it. They didn't previously, so that information was correct at the time, but it's not now. So I have to do some things there. I also have to look at doing the weird I can't remember what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called. The way you can compress water flow by making like a V-shape, a V-shaped dip that starts up high and is a V and then ends up coming down and narrower as it comes down, and you channel the water in closer. I don't know whether that, I guess that would still work in here, but I don't know whether water wheels would affect that much now. So there are many things to test. I feel like I should be testing things. And anyway, I am waffling away doing things. So what we need to do is get these built. So I'm going to change the priority on all of these things over here to be very low. So you stop building those. And I'm going to set these 2 end ones to that just to make 100% sure they get built first. And then hopefully we can build some of these guys into medicine beds. And yeah, everything can be awesome. I think I might just mark everything in here to be higher priority, so we stop building those. Yeah, okay. So let's build the medical beds, and we shall come right back and see whether our injured beavers can heal a little bit quicker. Okay, we are go. We have dandelions, loads of them. That feels way too big for a single healer, but that's fine. The healer is producing medicine, and the medicine is going to the beds, which is awesome. Now, I have been observing the bubbles. I have been observing the beavers. I've been watching them whilst they sleep. Oh no, I've been watching them whilst they're in here, and it's confusing. This bar drops over time, as we know. Doesn't seem to drop any faster when they're in a medical bed, regardless of whether the medical bed has... Now, mind you, I haven't checked the medicine, actually, but when they were in there before the medicines come up, the injuries did not seem to go down any quicker than if they weren't in there. The problem with this is that, like this happens. So you will most likely get up, come down here and go into this bed in a moment, or you can do it. Nope, so you move down. See, they seem to move down to the first medical bed that's available, like the build order of them. So they're always moving down the beds, so they get up to and when they have food and they get up, the bed becomes unoccupied, so someone else can get into it. So I can't. I've been comparing it with beavers that have not been getting beds, but it's difficult because sometimes that beaver does get a bed. But over the course of one day, I had a look at how injured. Wow, this beaver's like stupid injured. Wow, at how long it took a beaver who was they had roughly the same levels of injury there, and I came back the next day to have a look at them, and the one that was in the bed and the one that wasn't in the bed seemed to go down the same amount. It's a tiny amount it went down. So yeah, I don't know. I guess the medicine bed does, because that I can see dropping. So I guess the medicine does it, but the medical bed didn't seem to have it. I need to test this. I need to test things. I think that's the thing. We can get rid of the forester now because that's not needed. It is they gather the dandelion, the flower. That's what it is. They gather the flower, and then the plant regrows the flower over 3 days. So I don't know why this isn't considered a crop and isn't planted by fields. I don't get that. I don't get it. Same as blueberries. I don't know why blueberries aren't considered a crop. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but that's how they're done. So anyway, this is getting sort of done here. This is taking its time here. All these are built. I have paused most of these. Let's pause these. I got rid of that one over there as well. We've only got one smelter going. This can only produce 2 scrap every 1.8 hours, and you require 2 scrap every 4 hours. So this can only supply 2 smelters anyway. We know that. We know that. It's just over 2. And I built 6 because I did. The 6 will never get used. I know that. I know that. But that's what I went because it looked good. And also, we should have put all of this here, down this wall. Because this is where the wood is. So it would have made sense for the wood to go out. But whatever. We're going to have loads of haulers anyway once we get the bots going. Getting the bots going is going to be difficult though, because we've got so many. We've got 10 injured beavers. We've got so many beavers idle, not doing anything because not idle. Jobs not filled because we don't have that many beavers. So how about we get on to moving the housing to where we want to go to? So housing wise, my plan was to not put the houses in like this facing that way, because, well, that wouldn't work on this side anyway. Although we could just put the houses in. No, my idea was to, I'm going to pause the game for this, put the housing in like this facing the center, and then do the same here. Yeah, damn it, come on, there we go. Bump it up like that, like that. Put the housing in like that, and then have platforms in the center. And I might even try and use the pillar ones. I've been avoiding these, and the reason I've been avoiding them is because they work the same as the platforms. They're just cheaper, so they don't feel right. You know, the pillar does the same as a platform, only costs 2 logs, whereas the platform costs 2 logs and 4 planks. So, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't, but anyway, we have this staircase pillar, which I was thinking of putting in here, and I believe what you can do is you can put it in like this, and then build around it. So you build here, here, and here, but you can't build in that top. Okay, and then you have the top piece, which goes above it like that. The problem is that that top piece is actually too high, so that's not going to work for us. So what I want to do is just put in these instead here. However, we then cannot get stairs going up to them. I don't believe. Yeah, there's no way to put stairs going up to them. So it's a little weird that there is this staircase pillar, it's called. And I think what it's designed for is that you're supposed to use the circular staircase mod with it. And you put stairs that go around it. And the circular staircase mod basically just, it's a staircase that's 90 degrees. So it will go up and they'll walk up here and turn this way. So that's fine. But then if you put this platform on top of this, like here, you can't get up to the platform because there's no way to physically get up there. So these things are kind of a contradiction of themselves. Yeah, I can't put any way to get up to that platform, even though underneath it has space for a staircase. So I don't know. Am I missing something with this? I don't get it. I don't get it. So I guess we won't be using the platforms. I tried. I thought about it. I honestly thought about it. I thought maybe we could use them here, but yeah. And yes, I could just move it over by 1 and put a staircase down there. But that's not the point. The point is that it's a solid 2x2 platform that you don't have anywhere to get up to. I could just put the stair in here as well. I know. I can hear it already. I could put the staircase here and go up to, but I don't get the point. I don't understand why they exist when other things do the same thing. They're just cheaper. You know, they're just cheaper. So, yeah. Okay. But yeah, so let's unlock the pillar top because maybe I'm missing some of this one here. So that one's, what's that? That's got like a single log underneath it. Okay, it's got like a single custom pillars decoration piece can be combined with staircase to hide them, but get stackable. yeah, I guess it's supposed to be, this mod is supposed to run with the staircase mod as well, and I'm not running the staircase mod, so yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead is I am literally just going to put platforms in instead. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Boom, and then the same over here, and yeah, and then we have houses for days. That will give us 288 beavers, which I think is where we're going to go. That's going to be our goal is 288 beavers. And we will probably deal with those and try and get as many of them unworking and as higher happiness as we can possibly get, which should be fine, should be doable. Yeah, should be quite easily doable, I think so. Okay, so yeah, so we'll build all the houses. They can build all those houses there. That's only logs and planks, so we have plenty of logs and we have plenty of planks. That's not an issue at all. We will hopefully have some beavers come off of injury soon. Once they're all built, I will unpause some of them as time goes on. That's the reason I'm not connecting them right now, so they can just all get built. We'll pause them all. I think we'll remove all of these and maybe all of these as well, which means we need to redo our water. That's a thing I hadn't thought about. That's the thing I hadn't thought about. That's fine. We can put the water in here if we want to. And it was mentioned as well, the flywheel mod. The flywheel mod. I'm all over the place on this episode. I do apologise. I'm just all over the place on this episode. So there are flywheels here, which are, so we've got a medium junction and a large junction. I'm not sure what the junctions are. We've got 20,000 signs. I think we can afford to unlock some things here. So let's get the horizontal stuff, which is the flat stuff. So let's unlock this. Okay. Wow. What? A large, sturdy frame that can be used to aid in the connection of large horizontal framed flywheels. The power shaft is vertical. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Junction. I mean, if it's a junction, surely it should have. Power can be connected to anywhere on it. Nice. Okay, so you can connect power to it anywhere. So it's basically a giant power transport. Okay, cool. Right. Okay. So we want to go with this one here. Large horizontal framed flywheel. I think. Might want to go with the medium one. I'm not sure. Let's go with the large one. Put on. This. Whoa. Look at the size of that. Ooh, okay. Wow. It's got a giant spinning whip. Wow. Okay. I thought these were still one thick. So, like, let's unlock the other ones here. So that's one. That's, yeah. I thought they were all still one thick, and just like expanded out sideways, but no, that's ginormous. Wow. What I was thinking of doing was putting the flywheels on like this on top of here, like this, and just put in more. So yeah, we could build the flywheels on top of there, and they can all get power that way. I had not thought about the. Wow. I kind of want to unlock this one as well now. It's 10,000 science. Oh wow. Oh Jesus. Oh, I spent loads of science. Oh, I didn't realise that. That's okay. Well, it's okay. Science is not a problem. This will produce loads of science over time. It's not an issue. It's just not working out because we don't have beavers because they're all injured. But that's okay. So this is 3 tall. This is 3 tall. This is 5 by 5 by 3. So on the assumption that this one is 3 by 5 by 5, so it's because it's vertical, It's 3 wide, 5 long, and 5 tall. We could actually get them instead and put them between the two here, because this connector here is universal and this connector here is universal, and they will connect across here because they'll be 3 wide, and this is 1 2 3 1 2 3. That is providing they don't block water. We'll see. Wow, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. That's huge. That's like bigger than the monuments, isn't it? Maybe the Fountain of Joy is bigger than that, I don't know, but yeah, wow. We need to make sure as well we get a Fountain of Joy in the centre of our happy area. So this one here is going to have all the entertainment in it. We need to get a Fountain of Joy in the centre of it. So, yeah. Okay. Was not expecting that, but that's fine. So we have some more building to do. So I reckon we should just get on with that and come back next episode when all of this is hopefully built, because it's just going to take a little bit of time. And yeah, we need to figure out water and stuff. So maybe we put some flywheels here and then water on the end. Like water on each end. And some flywheels in the centre. I don't need the flywheels, although we're getting close to the power thing. I think we're on about 2.4 thousand. 2,400 horsepower now, so or harness power, with everything running. So yeah, okay, let's build some more. We will come back next episode. We will carry on from there. I have been all over in this episode. I know, I'm sorry, but we have lots to do. Now they can do it, and hopefully we can get more beavers, because we need more beavers, because if loads of them are going to be injured all the time, then we're going to need more beavers to do things. We do only have 5 injuries right now. I think that's probably because there's not as many beavers working in here. Or maybe the medicine hut is actually working to heal them quicker. Who knows? Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.